Hi, my name's Angela Hamilton and I am the Labour Councillor for Beacon and Bents Ward in South Shields. If you're watching this video, it means that I was prevented from speaking at a meeting of South Tyneside Borough Council on the 6th of September. And I wanted to give everybody the opportunity to hear what I had intended to say. Almost 4 years ago, I was proud to be selected by Labour Party members as the candidate for Beacon and Bents. And on the 3rd of May 2018, I was privileged to be elected to represent the residents of the ward where I grew up. I was determined to be a good councillor, so I spent some time looking at good practice, reading the Code of Conduct and getting to grips with the 7 Nolan Principles of Public Life. These are the rules that all councillors must follow. Selflessness, integrity and objectivity are all about putting residents and the public interest first. So these were pretty straightforward. Accountability, openness and honesty are key to any democratic society or organisation. And finally, leadership, which according to Nolan includes being willing to challenge poor behaviour wherever it occurs. This is perhaps the most difficult of the principles and where problems can begin. I did my best to follow these principles, even when it didn't make me popular. When I acted in the public interest and supported a motion to declare a climate emergency, I was disciplined and the Labour Group whip was removed. When I voted for increased openness and transparency and accountability, more sanctions were imposed. And when I was honest with residents about changes to funding, the Labour Group took action to stop me standing as a Labour councillor again next year. Then there's leadership. My dad and eldest sister were killed in a car crash 10 weeks before I was born. But apparently, leadership means forgetting about my principles and going out and campaigning for a convicted drunk driver to become a councillor. Experience tells me that I will be on the wrong side of the debate again today, and I predict that both the motion and this amendment will fall because increased transparency isn't popular with most of the Labour Group. I hope that I am wrong and that they pass, but I very much doubt it. Less than 2 weeks after I was elected, I was compared by a so-called colleague to a dead councillor in derogatory terms. Officers have told me that they're not allowed to help me, and I have been refused access to information that I need to support my residents. I've seen funding withdrawn from well-respected organisations that support vulnerable people without any consideration of the consequences. And I've struggled to get support for a young resident who attempted to take their own life after losing all trust in the council. I've watched as businesses and individuals who have connections in the right places have been allowed to disregard planning law and close public footpaths. And as council resources have been used to support candidates, which is a breach of election law. I hoped that the council would change after the resignation of the former leader. I reached out a hand of friendship to the current leader and hoped things would be different. But nothing has changed. The Labour Group continue to behave in the same way. Several councillors have told lies about me, and I've even had to report one councillor, a Labour councillor, to the police for stalking and harassment. So no, I don't think this amendment or motion will pass. Because although it meets the Nolan Principles, transparency isn't important to the Labour Group. After 3 years of trying and failing, 3 years of being told how I should think and what I should say, and 3 years of being bullied and intimidated, I have realised that it is not possible to abide by the Nolan Principles and be a member of the Labour Group. Today, I am resigning from South Tyneside Labour Group. Not from the Labour Party, just from the Labour Group. I have no doubt that the Labour Group will ask for me to be expelled, and the Labour Party and the NEC will have to make a decision about what action to take. Until then, I continue to be the Labour councillor who puts her residents first. And I will ask those same residents to decide if they want me to stand again to be a councillor in May next year. Thank you for listening. I appreciate your support.